Hello and welcome again. This is Imran Siraj and I am taking Management Information System last unit of the Industrial Engineering subject. So far we have studied about the Management Information System, the different modules, what is Management Information System and what is the functionality and application of Management Information System. In this lecture, we will be studying about classification of management information system. So earlier we discussed that information system is uh, basically a transfer and transformation of information from one point to another point. Those points could be connected or non communicated. So basically, the whole idea of MIS is to integrate all the modules and functions of an organization. This way, all the modules, whether related or not related, are connected to each other. For example, we have accounts department in our organization and also the manufacturing department in our organization. These two are not related because the accounts department is taking the stock of the money, the turnovers, and the finance control, whereas production department is engaged only producing parts and manufacturing. So these two are not related. Similarly, there are many other departments. Maintenance is also not related anyhow with accounts, and there are many other departments that are not related to each other. So this information system connects two non-connected departments so that information flows from nuke and corner to the organization. So the information system is a channel of communication from two non-connected department as well as connected departments. So when information floats in all the organization uniformly between marketing and production, between quality and accounts, between maintenance and marketing. So these functionals and these modules are interrelated, and there is a free flow of information that makes everybody capable of producing good quality products at minimum vestiges. So to increase the productivity and to enhance the quality and to find and to increase the profitability of any organization, information system plays a vital role. So we are discussing right now the different uh, types of information system in this lecture. So there are transaction processing system, then management information system, then decision support system, executive support system, office automation system, and business expert system. These are types or classification of information system. We'll be discussing every point, every type in detail. So we'll be starting from transaction processing system. In transaction processing system, this is again the model is same, data processing, input, processing, output. So in transaction processing system, different modules are connected together by MIS. So transaction processing system takes care of raw data to the processing to the output to a connected channel. So transaction processing system represents the automation and routine processes to support business operations. So transaction processing system is a type of information system that is related with uh, all the of business operations with all the modules of business operations. So business operations are different modules of any channel, and this way transaction processing system enhance the productivity and profitability. It does not provide any information to the user for his or her decision making. Previously, transaction processing system was known as MIS. Prior to computers, data processing was performed manually or with simple machines. So information processing system nowadays has become electronic and is uh, is IT based, whereas earlier it was in hard copies and hard materials. So, for example, the processing from the processing of data from design department to the production department was done earlier by hard copies of detailed drawings, of part drawings, and quality standards and production processes. All these were transacted by hard copies in the terms of drawings, in the terms of uh, along with other material. So quality standards were there, so they were transacted by additional quality control charts and quality sheets and quality standards. So this way, earlier there is a physical transaction and data was processed manually. Now, since the introduction of computers and electronics, the transformation the transfer of information is done via internet and by application of computers. So this is the transaction processing system. So again, MIS is an information system that passes data and converts into information. And MIS uses TPS for its data input. The information generated by the information system may be used for control of operations, strategic and long range planning, short range planning, management control, and other managerial problem solving. So this is the information system channel of information system flowing from one point to another. It has functional business areas and it can be implemented to marketing, production, human resources, finance, accounting, etc. So this is the transaction processing system that we have discussed. And the next is decision support system, DSS. DSS we were talking about earlier. The DSS, decision making system or decision support system, is basically comes after the top management designs and decides the objective of the organization. So keeping in view the top management decisions and policies, the middle management and the lower management provide support to the top management in order to achieve the objective and hence increasing the profitability and the productivity of any organization. So decision support system is another system that is designed to serve the better management control and better strategic planning level managers. So this is the decision support system is the uh, reflection of what decision has made by the top management. So top management takes a decision and this decision support system works in order to achieve objective and this is reflected to the top management. So decision support system is another type of information system that is prevalent nowadays and it is again incorporated by the same electronic media or internet computers based internet. So this is the user interface, the user, and again it's reflected to the top management. Database, model base, this is there is a communication channel between these two. Third is executive support system. Executive support system is an extension of the management information system, which is a special kind of data support system, decision support system. And ESS is specially tailored for the use of chief executive of organization to support his decision making. So executive support system is basically reflecting the overall capabilities of any organization. So this is how the top management takes decision and top management takes strategy and planning in order to have greater impact on productivity and profitability. So also the objectives of any organization are designed by executive support system. So executive support system is basically the information system that keeps all the information about any organization and this way the top executives, CEOs, chief executive officers and other managing directors and also board of directors uh, takes stock of the situation, and then they decide their objectives and policies, strategies, etc. for any organization. So an ESS is specially tailored for the use of chief executive of any organization to support his decision making. Then ESS is designed to cater to information needs of chief executive, keeping in view not only his requirement but also taking into account his personality, his style of functioning, etc. So this is the executive support system. Office automation system. It is also a flow of information between different modules and sections of any office, and this is the communication of between different modules of any uh, section. So productivity of management. Office automations are meant to improve the productivity of management at various levels of management. So this is office automation system that not only keeps updated all the officers and all the executives associated with any organization, it also uh, takes stock of the situation, and this way the process office transactions and support office activities at all levels of organization. These systems include a wide range of support facilities, which include word processing, electronic filing, electronic mail, message switching, data storage, data and voice communication, etc. We have already talked too much about the the impact of computer and internet on the management information system. Management information system is computer and internet and intranet based system that is capable of keeping all the modules well aware and keeping all the channels connected. So this is also based on electronic system, electronic filing, etc. So in the first category, the following is a list of activities: typing, mailing, scheduling of meetings and conference, calendar keeping, retrieving documents. These are all belong to office automation system. So this is basically uh, type of electronic computing that is depending upon the these type of raw data to process data. So secondary, this is the basic category, and the second category is conferencing, production of information, controlling performances. So this also provides a communication channel between non-communicating and communicating units, marketing and production through conferencing, production of information, and then what is the market requirement for next month and how orders are placed. So this way, these all things are connected, and these things are discussed over conferencing and production of information. Controlling performance also there. So some control parameters are there. So these control parameters are taken care by the office automation system. Next is business expert system. BAS is basically plays vital role in the market. What what would be the need for the next month based upon the speculation, based upon the previous experiences. The business expert system drives the results, drives the inferences, how much parts we have to produce, how much product we have to produce for the next month, say March. In March, based on the previous experience, last March we, for example, in last March we produced 7,000 unit of a particular AC. So, based upon the previous experiences and based upon the market speculation, sometimes market situation is grim. So we also take care of not producing. And this time in March, we were having uh, different type of fears like COVID. So definitely the sales were down. So taking upon the previous stock and previous situation, we were supposed to produce 7,000 units, but this time because of this corona, we are not able to sell that much of products. So this way, we will be reducing the parts produced, because only they will not only they will incur inventory and finance, they will block finance, but at the same time, it would be a big problem to place them, to stock them. So this time, depending upon the business expert system, we finalize that rather than 7,000 units, we need 4,000 units. So This is the business expert system that basically predicts the parts or product we have to manufacture in the near future. So this is business expert system. Then cost benefit analysis. Cost benefit analysis MIS also plays vital role as we discuss the business expert system. Then again, we have to take situation cost benefit analysis because cost is the prime criteria of any product to stay in the market. Although we may be producing a good quality product, but at the same time we have to control the cost. We have to keep the cost in range with the market products, or we are providing an extraordinary quality so that at that time we can keep cost nominal high from the current cost of the products in the same market. So cost benefit analysis is reflection of what is happening in the real market. So cost benefit analysis gives us the upper hand of producing the good products at a reduced cost. So uh, cost benefit analysis provides us a view of sales or profits that we are going to procure in the near future. Then again, down we have to decrease the operation cost in order to meet the cost that is set by the market. So increase in sales or profit, decrease in operating cost, and obviously decreased in reduced investment. So at the same time, investment should also be reduced because once the sales is going high and operational costs are cutting down, and then investment will be low. So investment will be decreased. So these are the benefits, cost of cost analysis, about cost benefit analysis. This is about the cost analysis. This is the benefits, and these are the uh, positive points of cost analysis. Selecting the best solution. So we have different types of solution. We have to optimize our values. Implementing a solution. Then post implementation review is also the benefit of cost analysis. So not only we have to choose a best solution of cost cutting and increasing the productivity and decreasing the wastages, we have also we have to select a solution and then implement that a solution, and then after implementation what are the results we have to study so that we may know that the changes we have made, how much they are productive, how much they are yielding the results. So then post implementation review, then global business strategies. Again, today the world has become a global village, and consumers can communicate with any company manufacturing from all over the world. So this is all this is designed in order to keep the business global business strategies and to keep the business of the world class and international class. So because the consumers are not the consumers are well aware, and it is not limited to take the products from the local market only. So this cost control is also enabling us to make global business strategies to compete in the global business scenario. So this is the cost evaluation, then cost analysis, then multinational strategies. Again, while we are discussing business strategies, we are also talking about multinational strategies because there are many MNCs who are producing part at our doorstep with the international quality and at the lesser cost. So the consumers have a higher benefit, an upper hand while procuring the materials. So this is we have to keep in mind the multinational strategies. Then component and resources of information system. This is again information system. People resources, we have discussed too many times people resources. Then people resources, we have end users and IS specialist. Then hardware resources, everybody is aware with the hardware resources. Then software resources, again we have to keep in short this software resources. Then data resources, the database and holding processes of an organized data. Then this data is processed, data resources. Then network resources, communication channels and communication media, network infrastructure. So these were basic elements of information system, components and basic elements of information system that we are having in our hand in order to develop a good information system. So databases we have discussed. Next is fundamentals and dimensions of information system. In fundamentals, we have support business processes, support business decision making, and support strategies for competitive advantages. These are the fundamentals and dimensions, of course, because these not only reflect the true occurring of the happening, true occurring or happening in any organization to the top brass or middle management. So this is the support system. This is the dimension that basically gives the direction to any organization. So this is fundamentals and dimensions of information system. Business processes, business decision making, and strategies are supported in this competitive advantage and for the competitive advantage. Support business process and operations. As a consumer, you have to deal regularly with the information system that supports the business processes and operations. So this is business support processes and operations. Then business decision making. So what decisions are taking are reflected by this particular module, support business decision making. Then we have competitive edge support. So this is also strategic advantage over and policy making advantage of this competition of real world challenges. So these are the dimensions: organization, management, technology, and then club together for finding an optimal solution, for finding a good direction to the management. So organization, management, and technology, these three are dimensions and club together to produce best results. Management is taking stock of technology, and organization is the key to any management information system. So organization deals people, structure, business processes, politics, and culture. All these are part of organization. The management's job is to making sure out of many situations faced by organizations, make decisions and formulated action plans to solve organization problem. The technology is for our savior, and technology is employed to give to get productivity and profitability at higher rate. So this was about the key components and dimensions of information system. I hope everything is clear to you. And still, if you are, if still you have not got any point, or still you want to discuss, you may get in touch with me at my number 9069 360 400. So for the time being, I am signing off. I'll be seeing in my next lecture. Okay, bye. See you.